In this episode, we social distance with John Gale. He's a soccer player that's now running. We met at Sharon Woods Metro Park to do a 3.5-mile loop around the mixed-use trail.
Ready?
Ready.
I was here. No, what day was the only sunny day in like this past week?
That's Sunday.
Yeah, it was Sunday. I came here because I thought it's a nice day, not many people are out. Apparently everybody thought that because I couldn't even find a parking spot. I just turned around.
I've been saying that my girlfriend, she goes with Polaris. Yeah.
The parking lots.
I've been taking my dog Luna to Roselle Park. It's just this little tiny park close to where the soccer field where we're in.
Cut right here.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I think I know that.
that park was packed. Like, at least it's like a 1 mile loop.
Yeah.
There's every bit of 60 people walking around.
I think one of my favorite observations from the memes, like everybody before the shutdown was inside on their phones, and you tell people they can't go outside, and everybody goes to the park with their dog. So,
Right.
let's go opposite way of the bikes.
The last few times I've been here, I haven't even seen it.
So, how does someone that's completely obsessed with soccer start running? Did you do 5Ks and stuff?
Yeah. I started probably 5Ks, 10s, 15s, half marathons. I've been doing everything. It's mostly because, well, with all my knee surgeries, I'm not allowed to play soccer anymore.
Okay.
I've had 3 ACLs, and 2 ACL replacements, 1 repair, and 1 MCL replacement. So my MCL is a cadaver's Achilles tendon.
Oh,
So,
does he have a name?
yeah, George.
Joe.
So side to side movement, it's challenging for me, but running.
Yeah.
And the doctor said, you could do physical therapy to strengthen it. Play. He goes, but the risk is if someone slides in you, hits you, that's all it takes.
Right.
And the next time you injure it, you'll need a total knee replacement. And he goes, you're 30, 40 years too young for one.
Yeah.
So, then I was drinking a lot. Not like every single day. It was like a routine. Go to work, do 20, come home, go shop at the bar, have 3 or 4 beers, and some appetizer, and go home, rinse and repeat. And it just got to the point where I was like, I'm spending so much money, and I was probably at the peak of it, drinking at least 4 or 5 times. Well, I'd say an average of 4 times a week. I'm like, smoking every day. When I turned 35, in July 28th, I was like, you know what, dude? It's time to quit partying. I don't know, it's just like a time to grow up. I
Yeah.
guess. So I just really got obsessive about running. And I started August 1st. Well, I was running even like this last spring, but I still drinking a lot. But August 1st is when I'm just done. It started out with like, I'll just take a month off.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then it became a challenge.
You feel pretty good after a month?
Oh, dude. I would say after 2 months, I felt like a totally different person. I think I didn't even change anything in my diet. But I lost 40 pounds.
Wow. In 2 months?
Well, I'd say in 3 months' time I did. Yeah, it was like floating around 220, 215 to 220 in that range. And right now I'm kind of floating back between 180, 185, you know. So,
I gotta tie my shoe real quick.
so coming back and running outside again. I won't lie, sometimes I miss the treadmill.
Really?
Yeah. I know it.
Because you like a certain show so much, or what?
No, it's just the motion of it, soccer impact on my knee. There's a lot of distraction. And
I gotta say, you're dressed like you're on a treadmill.
yeah,
You're wearing a singlet.
I always, I don't know, I wear a lot of long sleeves too, but I always end up after the first lap taking it off anyway.
Okay. Well, I'm only doing 1 lap with you today.
Okay.
I've been getting fat. Cause are you 5'9"? 5'10"?
6 foot, right at 6.
So 6 foot, around 185.
Yeah.
I'm 5'8", hovering around 175. So I need to get rid of some excess belly.
Well, even when I was senior in high school, I was 170. I don't know, I've always just been a little thicker, I guess you could say.
You're a healthy boy.
When I was playing that year at college down in Tennessee, I was 180. So, I mean, I've lost a lot of muscle, but especially in my legs. I'm not playing soccer. It's crazy.
Well, yeah. I remember.
Like I have stretch marks on my legs from when my thighs used to be all, bigger and.
There was some famous soccer player in the 90s, Kobe something. Played for Team USA.
Kobe Jones?
Yeah,
Guy with dreads.
yeah. I had a poster of him, and he was coming to a fast stop, and his quad just looked like a fist.
Like a huge tree trunk.
Yeah. So I was always comparing my legs to his, and my legs were just straight lines, as in no muscle, no definition.
Yesterday, I don't know, when I was talking to, I run with Columbus Running Company, well I was till this virus, and so I've been running with them twice a week, and I always tell them about my knee, they're like, how are you running?
Straightforward.
Yeah. I haven't done a full marathon yet, that's the thing on my list that I haven't checked off yet. And to be honest, it's kind of intimidating to think about.
What's your longest training run so far?
15 miles.
Okay.
But, all my races were canceled. I was supposed to run San Francisco April 5th for a half marathon.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, you run down by the piers through There's a park by the Presidio across the Golden Gate Bridge, and then you come back across the bridge. At the end, if you want to sign up for Cap City. So that's a little frustrating because I was part of Columbus Running Company's advanced training. You know, I was real strict about following
Yeah.
their workouts every day. I started in January. So part of you feels a little frustrated because like, man, I spent all this time doing all these workouts, you know, all these different kinds of. Well, I guess I'm in shape.
Yeah. Well, it's never a bad time to be in good shape.
Right. And yesterday, because of work and this virus thing, I hardly ran. I went from the week before last week, I had 52 miles, and last week, I want to say I had like 23. So yesterday when I came here, I think that's why I was able to put down those fast miles, because I felt like
you rested up.
Yeah, recovered. And Garmin said, well, you know, it's Garmin, on your little app it says your endurance is, or your fitness is peaking right now. So, I don't know, I think everyone has that where every day's different. Certain days you get out, and I won't lie, it's a struggle for me to maintain 7-minute pace for 2 miles. You know, I'm just not feeling it. Other days, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna do a 10K 40 minutes.
Well, that's where you are. I'm at 10-minute miles right now.
Is this okay, this pace?
Until it's not, yeah.
Okay.
In college, you know how it was going from high school soccer. Were you guys in the state meet or state game?
Yeah.
Runners up?
Yes, our sophomore year.
So you competed at a really high level in soccer, and you know the difference between high level in high school and high level in college.
Oh, it's like a night and day.
Yeah, it's like the top 10% of high schoolers are the 100% of college. And then if you want to be in the top 10% of college, that basically puts you at like Olympic level, near Olympic level competition. So when I got to college, it was, every workout was run as fast as they are until you can't. Even for the warm-up, I would be dogging it. Like, this sucks. Because I was still running, a 4:40 race for a mile.
Yeah, that's all it is.
But I couldn't keep up with a warm-up in college, barely. So that's what I'm feeling like right now. I'm a college freshman on a college team right now, running with John Gale.
I think in high school, if I ever, because soccer, your running is different.
Yeah.
I remember Coach Grant timed us a mile, and the fastest I ever ran was 4:38, and I felt super sick. Because I'm not used to running that way.
Well, 4:38 would make anybody feel sick.
And I remember there was a kid that was above us. We did a 6:46 mile.
That we just did now?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Our pace is down now.
It's going down now.
Jason Householder, you remember that kid's name?
Yeah.
He ran a 4:24
on the track.
Yeah. And I was always, me being a competitive type person, I always wanted to beat that. I could never. He's just that.
Well, he ran track too. He was a 400 guy in track. And so if you want to run 4 flat mile, it's 60 seconds per lap. And he was doing in an open 400, 52 or 53, something like that.
Yeah.
So he was stacked.
And I remember, didn't Luke Fields, you remember that name?
Yeah,
Had
153, no, 157 in high school.
So I want to say I threw
55, I don't know.
like a 48, 400.
Yeah,
I always thought that was great. So, you know, running with a lot of these Columbus running company people, some of them are my age and older, but they're all former cross-country or track people.
yeah,
And I'm just amazed by their overall fitness. Like, this one guy I run with, Seth, he used to be part of Columbus Running Company's elite team. And, you know, we'll just be running like this, and a lot of his miles are 8-minute pace. And he'll get out there and do 5Ks, just, you know, not all out effort. 18 minutes, 17.
yeah,
And you're like, good Lord, I'd be hurting. And it's one kid I started running with, Chris Gutierrez. He ran college and he runs for Columbus Track Club. And he ran
I'll follow you down the hillside.
last year at Columbus Marathon. He did 2:38.
Wow.
And like this, you look at his workouts that he posts. What was it? Yesterday he did 17 miles, an average pace of 6:01, and it's just his overall goal. You know, as his own coach, he wants to have a Olympic qualifier for 2024, and he's super lean. You know,
Yeah,
like 130 pounds soaking wet, probably.
yeah.
Taller than me, probably 6'1",
Really?
yeah. And when you run with him, it's like, it feels like he's just prancing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well, I was gonna say, when I was what I would have considered myself an elite, I weighed 130 at 5'8".
Really?
Yeah. So the dude's probably got
Oh, if you look
a
at,
slender build to begin with, but still, that's trim.
yeah, there's this, when I did that first on the first, right at Otterbein,
Yeah.
there's this guy for Columbus Track Club that runs with Chris, and that's all he does is like short distance. That's his forte, so to say. So the first on the first, he did 14:42 on the 5K. And I was like, what is that, a 440 something mile?
Yeah.
I was just like, that's unbelievable.
All right.
And I started in the front.
I'm slowing down here. Ooh, that's the top of the hill.
And he just, right off the bat, you know, he just
Yeah.
takes off. That's one thing, like, I would say is humbling. Because for me, being a competitive type person, you're always like, from soccer, like, oh, I can go out and run. No, distance running is a totally different ball game.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember guys on the soccer team like, oh, I can run fast as him.
Yeah.
Because they did a 1 mile
Yeah.
at 5 minutes and thought they could run a 15-minute 5K. That's not how it works.
No. Yesterday was my fastest 5K I've ever had. It was, what, outdoors, not on a track.
Yeah.
It was 19:05.
Nice.
I'd love to get in the 18s.
My brother was right at your pace in high school. And on his very last race of high school, he ran an 18:59. And I watched it. It was a legit 18:59. It wasn't the coach being kind. Alright. I'm gonna, what's out here? I'm gonna walk until the side stitch goes away. Oh, they're whipping me my butt here. Oh.
We're doing good. I've been doing a lot of, the one thing like Seth told me with running with me is like, you're gonna get faster over time. It's not like you start sprinting, you're gonna get fast. Like,
right.
Your times are gonna increase for 5Ks and 10Ks the more miles you log. Like, it's just naturally gonna progress your.
That's part of the reason the Olympics are 4 years apart. Because you talk about training, you talk microcycles, which is by the week, mesocycles, all these other lengths of cycling your training. And I don't know which came first, whether it was the Olympics or the human anatomy that adapted to it, but every 4 years you reach a peak in those cycles. So like if you're training from freshman to senior, A, you're maturing, but then B, your training catches up in that cycle so that you peak after 4 years, and you do the same thing in college if you keep running in college. So a lot of Olympic athletes, after the Olympics, of course they want to splurge on all the food they wanted to eat and stuff like that, but it's also restarting that training 4-year training cycle. So yeah, there's a lot of truth to what Seth's saying. It's just a buildup of miles, buildup of blood.
He's always preaching you want speed, hill workouts.
Yeah.
Run hills. Hills.
The nice thing about running with a group like you are is you've got training buddies to go up the hill with you.
Right.
Running up hills or running around the track by yourself sucks.
Oh, the difference with running someone and running by myself is night and day. It's like it's like a natural.
I'm gonna cross this line and then start jogging again.
Yeah, the difference has been night and day with running with the group and run by yourself. The lady I've been running with also, she mostly runs with the Dublin Columbus Running Company, but she's been a 2-time trial qualifier.
Nice.
Laura Collins, she's 43, and she got second in Masters Division this past year at Chicago.
Wow.
2:42. It's weird because she's like, I don't know, 5, 6.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like messes with my mind. You're like, this person averages 6-minute mile for a whole marathon. You know, her legs are like.
There's another woman locally. I'm trying to remember her name. She's the lieutenant governor's wife, Husted. John Husted is lieutenant governor, and his wife helped coach at WC for a year or two at the middle school level. But she's also like the first woman to finish the marathon behind the group of like 3 winners. So she's pretty incredible in her own right. You remember, well, they might be too young to remember, but Jake Custer.
Yeah, I know that name.
Yeah.
Custer.
So he's a triathlete now, and I don't know how people do it once they have kids, but he has a baby now, and he's still doing triathlons and marathons and busting out sub 3 marathons.
That's nuts. Yeah, my goal this year was what I was training for, because all your workouts, you know, running, my whole training program was based on running at or sub 130 half marathon.
Nice.
So that's what I was.
My wife ran a 130.
Did she?
Good for you.
That's awesome.
She would beat me at this point too, so I'm just lumping on the fun here. But
and one day it was super cold here, a couple weeks ago. I ran from my apartment in Sunbury to my girlfriend's condo at Polaris, and it was exactly 13.12 miles, and I did it in 1:34.
Nice.
And that was, in the freezing cold. So that kind of gave me like, hey, my fitness is right there. Yeah, this sounds brutal. Yeah.
This is the first park I ever ran at off of school grounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in middle school.
That's why I had that post yesterday. I remember our coach from Express, Solly, he'd time us. And I think the loop's 3.8, somewhere right in there. So if you don't do it in 26 minutes, you gotta run it again. And so, I mean, for preseason training in the spring, we were here once a week on Saturday mornings. I'm standing over at that first turning where people always go. He'd just stand there and wait and yell, 25! Because you'd be running around the curve and seeing him. So, yeah, I've always liked running here because I have a lot of memories.
Soccer seemed a lot more demeaning than the cross country or track. Like if you didn't hit a pace, you had to do it again, or carry bricks, or stupid stuff like that.
Right. We used to do a lot of Indian runs.
Yeah.
I did them here. I used to do them here. We'd jog at like this type pace, maybe a little slightly slower. And a group of four had to run ahead, four behind, and then catch up. And the next group would go, and they would do it until you ended up doing 3 laps. And that was fun. But it was more like soccer was all short distance speed,
Yeah. What was it called? Was it Winds?
Winds.
Because it was just basically getting up to a sprint. I forget the term for it, but it was basically suicides.
Yeah.
Sprint to a line, sprint back.
Yeah.
Sprint to the next line, sprint back.
Or you take half the field, the corners where you jog one side, sprint one, jog two, sprint two, jog three, sprint, all the way up to 4 and then back down.
We had a Kenyan on our college team. He's
Yeah.
a senior when I was a freshman. And I forget if it was because of snow or what, but he basically did that on the soccer field for 20 miles. He'd run diagonally across the field, run the goalpost,
Yeah.
run the other diagonal, run the goalpost, do these hourglass shapes for 20 miles.
That's nuts. There's I forget what country he's from. The African guy for AMC's elite team, Jason Nagandu. Dude, he wins everything. He won Columbus half marathon. Half marathon's an hour, 4 minutes, hours 3.
Oh gosh.
I was watching.
This guy's stopping.
There's this guy, live broadcast. Houston Marathon. This is past Spain, wherever that was.
Is he in it?
Yeah, he won it in an hour 2 or an hour 3 something. And the whole race, you see him, and he looks so effortless, like the expressions on his face, it's so relaxed. And you keep seeing him look behind, telling people,
Yeah.
like wanting to, I don't know, draft.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's fun to him, and it's crazy, like running that pace. And it looks so effortless to him.
You saw the sub 2 guy?
What's that?
Nike project.
Oh yeah. Seth's been talking to me a lot about what's it called? Your power.
Watts.
Yeah. And basically like your return, and that's how he's been doing his current training cycle is power. And they're saying that what's his name? The one
Kipchoge.
Yeah, Kipchoge. When he finishes a marathon, he's still at 98% power.
Right. Because he's not losing form.
Yeah.
He's not landing on his flat foot.
And that's just surreal to think about. Yeah, this is where I usually start. This is where Solly would be sitting right here. Yelling.
25.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't make it. Go again.
This is where the water fountain is too.
But heck, I think he just told us to go again just to make us do it. You know what I mean?
Just for the sake of
Make us go real hard the first one and then go a second one just to do it. Because most of the time I'd run the other way. So he'd be yelling because he'd see us coming right here.
oh.
So we knew we still had that 100 yards left or whatever.
And if you were gonna miss it by 3 seconds, you could try to make it up.
Right.
Run. This is my 3rd day running in a row now.
Right.
Now, I wouldn't call it a running streak yet. But you said you took some time off. Did you ever get into running streaks? Where you go for?
I did in the fall. Where it got to the point, dude, where like, it sounds weird, you probably experienced it. When you're running at that kind of mileage and you take a day off, it felt like you're bad. Like
Yeah.
you're doing something bad. Like, oh man, I'm ruining this.
Yeah.
Like you feel guilty and it's terrible. So, but I started, this knee is just prone to like overuse, and my IT band comes and goes depending on how hard I'm running. And that was probably the biggest thing I've learned so far this last, about 8 months of running. Was you don't have to go out and run hard every single time you go out running. You need your body to have recovery, and yeah, you need the time on the feet. But if
Called
you're
those guys hammerheads.
So you're just gonna burn yourself out and hurt yourself, and you're constantly, trying to, oh, I gotta run faster today than yesterday.
Know a lot about running for someone who's never been on a high school or college team.
I've just been reading a lot, and
Let's cut here. So who do you read?
well, I guess it's just more of, I'm on
Posts.
Reddit a lot
Yeah.
for advanced running. I'm just reading through people's posts. The one I just got done reading, that was amazing. This guy, he's averaged 100 miles a week for the last 10 years.
Let's trot down to the pond. I'll drop off there. See, that's the kind of thing that bothers me. 100 miles a week.
Who has time for that?
That's, well, yeah, who has time for that? And then 2, that's like Olympic marathon or training, peak training.
Right.
How many years?
10.
10 years.
He said certain weeks he'll have like 60 to 80. But his overall average.
And then go 140 the next
Yeah.
week. That's
And he
ridiculous.
said he's only had like tendonitis in his foot. Like he's never had any serious injury. I'm like, how?
I'm a little warm. What are you doing with your tank top?
Oh,
Are you warm?
yeah.
Jeez.
Minus my hands. But yeah, I feel fine.
All right.
Hi, brother.
Here's my walk. An air high five.
Good seeing you, man.
See you.
I'll let you do another lap here.
All right. I'll call you again sometime soon. I used to be faster than him. Not anymore. Good work, John. I think I'm going to stop and stretch here, and I may just set the camera down to look over the pond for a minute while I stretch. If you feel like it, you can stretch with me. Whatever you feel like. Just got to make sure this camera doesn't go. I'm gonna drink. Is it tall enough? Kind of tall enough. This way. Alright, now we're just gonna stretch.